Hey, this is Hunter from Daydream Games Board Game Society with a different sort of video than what we usually do. Now, I'm usually behind the camera, but I just got back from GenCon, where I followed up with a few of our past Board Game Society creators and some other creators with great new projects coming out. To start off with, I caught up with Rick Gardner of Outrun Games. Rick is the creator of Crabs in a Bucket, the first game we ever featured in the Board Game Society.
Hey, Hunter with Daydream Games Board Game Society here with Rick Gardner, our first ever Board Game Society creator from Crabs in a Bucket and Outrun Games.
It has been awesome being in your stores. Thank you so much for all the love over this past 12-month period.
Yes.
I feel like it's been years. We've been going back and forth, seeing each other at different conventions.
Absolutely.
I feel like we go way back, but it's only been about a year or so.
A little over a year, right? A year and a month.
Yeah, it's been a year and a month. Has it been treating you guys well?
Awesome. I mean, we're going through Crabs on a daily basis, so it's excellent.
Heck yeah.
Board Game Society loved it. It's one of our personal favorite games of the shop.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah. So how are things going for you since the past year?
Honestly, it's been an adventurous year for sure. We went over to PAX Unplugged and Origins and all that. We won the Horizons Fellowship as well, and then also
congratulations.
Thank you very much. And then we also received the Best Geeky Gift Award from Pop Insider as well at the end of last year. So it's been a good year. It's been a good year for sure.
Well, you're also in the running for our game of the year. The voting is open now. It will be closed by the time this video comes out, but a couple more days. Yes.
But yes, it's been an honor.
All right. And what do you got coming up?
Yeah, so we've got quite a bit in the works right now. We've had a bunch of things in the backlog that are all getting finished right around the same time. The first of which is Zeitgeist. This is a game that we're going to be putting on Kickstarter later this year. It's a drafting game that is heist themed and has time travel in it. Basically, scientists have come up with a new element called Zeitnium that enables time travel. And naturally, it's worth about $1 trillion. And so you and your friends are the smartest masterminds in the world trying to assemble heist teams to steal the element that is going to be shown off at a museum at a very specific time. You got to decide if you want to try to steal it before it arrives at the museum, or when it's at the museum, or when they're unveiling it. And the first person to win the heist is the first trillionaire in all of existence. It is very fast-paced, super duper fun, and easy to get into. We've also got a plush that we're going to be launching for the first time, the Imitation Crab. This is going to be hitting Kickstarter in a few months as well. This Imitation Crab plush is going to look kind of like this. It's going to have claws and all that, but what's different from this plush versus our plush is it's going to have little magnets inside this guy and little plush pieces like sushi or sea bunnies or whatever that you can put inside of the claws and have it clasp. We're excited to have that one finish in a moment.
Awesome.
And then lastly, we got a totally normal game about frogs. This is a game in collaboration with the legendary artist Hannah Comstock, who some of your viewers may be familiar with. She's a creature artist that makes the most terrifying creatures in the world, but she's also got this line of frog pins. And so we decided to join forces and create a cooperative choose-your-own-adventure style game where you and your friends have been indoctrinated into this cult where they live about 100 meters underneath the ground because on the surface world everything's been acting a little bit funny as of late. Stop signs are starting to talk to people, trees are starting to tell dad jokes, and it's because the eldritch horrors from another universe are making our world kind of funky. And so the cult has told you that only the totally normal frogs can stop these eldritch horrors, so you and your friends have to go around a randomly generated world and try to find these frogs, convince them to join your party so you can defeat the eldritch horrors. It is going to be absolutely awesome. This one is not going to be ready for another year at least,
okay.
But once it's there, it's going to be the greatest.
And Zeitgeist is coming to Kickstarter
this November.
This November. All right, we'll make sure we link it there.
Sounds good.
Zeitgeist coming to Kickstarter November. Rick Gardner, first ever Board Game Society creator.
Yes.
Always special. All right, thank you so much, Rick, for your time.
Thank you.
Next, I met up with someone doing something a little different.
All right, Hunter here from the Daydream Games Board Game Society, and I'm here with Lord James Hutton of the museum.
James Hutton from the Museum of Dungeons and Dragons.
Absolutely. So tell us what you're doing, James.
Well, we are actually opening a physical location in Orlando, Florida, and of course, right now we're at GenCon, so you can hear the roar of the crowd. But this will be what the location will look like on the outside.
Okay.
And on the inside, it will look like this. It won't be your typical museum with just empty cases and white walls. It will be something a little more resemble a dungeon, basically.
Absolutely. All right.
We'll have a pub which will be serving like non-alcoholic drinks with bubbling potions and such, running different events there. We're also looking at doing escape rooms based on some of the most iconic adventures of D&D. And we're also looking at doing game rooms where we're going to teach all of the different editions of D&D, even some of the editions that have sort of branched off, like Pathfinder did branch off, but things of that nature. But the actual museum will actually snake its way through a dungeon. One side will have the timeline of Dungeons and Dragons, which will tell you how it affected the world, who worked on it, where it was produced, artists, and so on. On the other side of the wall, we'll have artifacts from D&D. Sort of like here we have the smaller books, which were done for the 25th anniversary of Dungeons and Dragons. Before Wizards of the Coast basically took over D&D or TSR. But at the end of the actual maze, we will have a Dragon's Lair. Now, in the Dragon's Lair, you will have a auto-animatronic black dragon. It'll be life-size, and you will roll a d20 to see how it reacts to you. Okay, I rolled a 20, which means that I would be able to steal something from the treasure hoard of the dragon, like a commemorative coin or whatnot. If I rolled a 1, I would have gotten a certificate that said, well, you died at the museum. But that is our plans for the Museum of Dungeons and Dragons, which will be located in Orlando, Florida.
Awesome.
We're about 2 years out now.
And now what's the best way people can help support the museum moving forward?
Well, right now, we're doing outreach programs to get more and more people. Sign up for our mailing to let us know, because the more people we can get on our, to sign up on our email list, that gets us a better grant, because we get a lot more people, shows the interest. Also, Patreon is another good way. That helps us continue to come out and actually do what we're doing and do prize support. And just spread the word too, please.
Absolutely. I'll make sure we have links to both of those in the description so people can sign up and support you guys. And look forward to visiting the museum in person someday.
We'd love it.
I talked with Lord Hutton for a while longer, but in the interest of keeping this video short, I've cut part of our conversation and we'll be posting it as a full video a little later on the channel. Keeping with the theme of dragons, next I caught up with Pillage the Village creator Jesse Stone.
Hey, Hunter here from Daydream Games Board Game Society, here with one of our past creators, Jesse Stone of Pillage the Village in his normal daily attire.
Yes, normal daily attire.
How's it going, Jesse?
It's going good.
So Jesse was our third ever Board Game Society Game of the Month. Oh, way back last year, actually.
Yep.
Yeah. And since then, he is getting ready to plug his next project, The Wanderer. So tell us a little about The Wanderer, Jesse.
The Wanderer is a game where you are playing as one of the emissaries from the. You are playing as one of the emissaries inspired by the major arcana of tarot, trying to gather influence for your arcana over fate and destiny.
Awesome. And then he is here at GenCon giving away playtest versions. There's a golden ticket system he's got going on here. 1 in 4 chance to win it. And I will make sure to plug the link to his Kickstarter in the description.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Thank you, Jesse, for humoring me, and thank you for dressing like this.
You're welcome.
All right.
From dragons to the heroes that slay them, let's catch up with Matthew at Envyorn Games.
You got a new game coming out you'd like to tell us about, the Hercules and his 12 Labors.
Absolutely. First of all, congratulations. You found the best game at Gen Con. Hercules and the 12 Labors is a solo game where you take on the role of Hercules and you have to battle your way through the 12 Labors. Now, each labor comes with a lore card as well, so you can read up on the lore of it and immerse yourself in the experience. The first labor is the Nemean Lion, and the Nemean Lion has 6 health, and the way we heard it is by rolling 5s and 6s. But to start the game, all we have is our bow and 4 dice. After we roll our dice, the bow allows us to change the value of them to hurt the Nemean Lion to try and get as many 5s and 6s as we can. But essentially the entire game is a boss battler with dice rolling and dice manipulation, And as we progress through the game and defeat labors, they actually turn into helpful items for us. So the Nemean Lion becomes the impenetrable hide, and it gives us more ways to manipulate our dice when we roll them. So as we're progressing, we're getting stronger because we're getting more items and more dice, but the labors are also getting stronger and bigger. So this labor turns into 2 cards, and it has multiple health tracks, and different ways are required to hurt it with your dice rolls. So the whole game is, there's 12 labors as the game is named, but it gets progressively more difficult and challenging, and you're probably going to die a lot when you play the game. I lost about 9 times before I was able to beat it, but it's a really fun solo immersive experience, especially if you like Greek mythology.
So I know Liam played it, and he cheated and he still lost.
Yeah, like nobody will know if I just switch this to that real quick.
I don't think he was trying to. I think he just didn't understand the rules, but he made it a lot easier on himself, and he still lost.
Yeah. It's a challenge for sure.
Yeah. Gotcha. Well, it was good catching up with you. This is available pre-order now, correct?
Yeah, so it's a pre-order / late pledge option on our backer kit landing page.
Absolutely. We'll make sure the link is in the video for that.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Matt. Have a great day.
Thank you.
And speaking of heroes, this next creator has created an entire TTRPG dedicated to them.
Hey, this is Hunter from Daydream Games Board Game Society here with Chad from Match Play Games. He's going to talk to us about his new... how established is your system here?
So we published about 3.5 years ago.
3.5 years ago? Okay, gotcha. So he's going to talk to us about Legends, the role-playing game.
Yeah, superhero role-playing game.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, it's great. It's a point-buy system. You can create any kind of superhero, custom hero you'd like to play. There's 4 different campaign settings. If you like to play more gritty street level stuff, or if you like to play all the way up to sort of cosmic, godly stuff, that's fine. Anywhere in between. And there's a full GM section in our book. Crunchy rules if that's more your I guess the way you like to play. 150 starter characters, more than 150 starter characters, pre-made NPCs, I should say, in the book for the GM to play around with. Full campaign setting, 12 starter characters. Yeah, everything's included.
Awesome. And where can people find your game that aren't here at GenCon?
Off our website, matchplaygames.ca, or online, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Chapters, Indigo, all the usual.
All right. And what's your favorite thing about your RPG system?
It's very player-focused.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
Customize and rule cool.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Chad, for taking some time of your day to talk to us, and have a good rest of your con.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Lab 380, creators of Dogs with Jobs.
Hey, John. I'm Hunter from Daydream Games Board Game Society. Love to talk to you about your game here,
Yeah.
Dogs with Jobs.
Yeah, so this is Dogs with Jobs. This is based off of real jobs that all dogs do. I was just thinking about all the jobs that they do and how I wanted that to be combined into something. I love board games, so this is kind of what 3 years of work looks like. The way that this game works is that you're going to recruit a team of dogs, and you're going to complete jobs to them. Every time you get a new dog onto your team, you're going to gain their ability. You can use their ability as one of your actions across the entire game. The job cards are interesting because they're dual use. So this is how you're not only going to give your dogs points, this is also how you're going to recruit your dogs. So the tricky part with the job cards is that any cards that are left in your hand at the end of the game are going to lose you points because you didn't use those jobs. Also, any dogs on your team that don't have jobs are going to lose you points as well because you left them unemployed. The game takes place over 8 rounds. It's about 2 to 5 players, 15 to 30 minutes. We also have 2 expansions. The gear expansion lets you accessorize your dogs with different gear, and it kind of turns it into more of an engine building game where you're able to have long-term abilities across the game. We also have the Odd Jobs expansion. So we have the wildlife control dog, which relocates eggs from airports. We also have the lifeguard dog, the beekeeping dog, which detects diseases in beehives. And these are all real jobs that dogs actually do. The way that this works is you're going to swap them in and out with your base game to have a custom deck every time you play. That's Dogs with Jobs.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
From Dogs to Bears, next I caught up with Outrun the Bear creator, Sam Bartmettler.
Hey everybody, I'm here with Sam Bartmiller, creator of Outrun the Bear, one of our earliest Board Game Society games. I'm sure many of you who've played it remember it. So Sam, how's it been going since Board Game Society?
It's been going absolutely great. We have so many new members of the community who've been running from bears and surviving bears. In fact, it's gotten to the point where I'm constantly asked about expansions, so they are coming soon for you.
Oh really? Okay,
yes.
nice.
Yeah, I actually regret it. I should have done it already, but no, we've got new runner expansions. We've got what's frequently asked for is a Cocaine Bear spin-off expansion. And that's actually going to be done very quickly because that's going to be a 12-card expansion that you can pick up from our website or maybe other ways.
Excellent.
Sam is also preparing to launch his new game, Button Kingdoms.
All right, so this is Button Kingdoms, the simultaneous social deck builder. Now, I really love deck builders. I think it's a great mechanism, but I have a couple of gripes with deck builders. One, they kind of have a multiplayer solitaire issue. The only thing that matters is did the card that I want the most get bought when I never had an opportunity to buy it. Two, talking about not being able to buy the card that I want, it always seems like my favorite card comes up right after I've spent one too many credits to buy it. And number three, if you play a lot of deck builders, you play deck builders pretty fast. And if you play deck builders with more than 2 people, it means you spend a lot more time watching deck builders be played than playing them yourselves. So I set out to fix that with this deck builder. The way we do that is we removed the cost from all the cards in the market. Instead, all players will have 3 of these intention stones. They are double-sided tokens that get played face down during the market phase. If you play a numbered one, that means you're going to try to sell the card in the market for the amount listed on your numbered one. If you play a green one, that means you're going to try to buy the card from the market if somebody ends up selling it. And if you play one of these black ones, which you can gain through card play, that means you're going to try to steal the card from the market. Now, while these tokens are played face down, table talk is highly encouraged. So players don't know where you're playing them, but you could absolutely say where you're playing them, or you could lie about it. Typically, I've found my best strategy is to be honest about 2/3 of the time. Now, once you've played out all your tokens, all players have played them out face down. We're going to pretend that happened here, but leave it set up for demo purposes. You flip them all over and see how the market resolves. First step in resolving the market is you identify potential sellers. Sellers are always going to be whoever played the lowest numbered intention stone on that card. So here the dragon had the 3, 6, and 5, but the 3 was the lowest, so it's going to be the Kingdom of Skyroost over here that is selling this card. We know that because they've got the Skyroost icon that they played this 3 on. So they're going to be selling that card for 3 buttons. Now those buttons are going to be victory points. So they'll receive 3 victory points, and they're going to have to sell it to the one buyer that they had. Because there's only one buyer, it doesn't matter that they're dead set rivals. That is going to be a transaction that has to happen, and they have to work together. Now over here with the Jester, we had one seller, the Kingdom of Swinghold, selling the card for 2 buttons. But he has 2 potential buyers, so he can sell to either player. Because of that, he can ask for favors, but he can't ask for hard goods. This gives a limited negotiation and some interaction between the players, but it doesn't have the downside that negotiation games have of when the bad faith negotiators, nor does it have the issue of the king-making that negotiation comes up. Because all you're giving is favors, you can't give hard goods. No giving away all your resources, and no holding the game hostage. The third way that the market can resolve is if you didn't have the card bought and sold. Then you would check to see if anyone tried to steal the card. If one player tried to steal the card, they get the card for free. If 2 players or more try to steal the card gets destroyed. Now, why is that? Well, in Button Kingdoms, you're taking on the role of neighborhood kids who built up a fantasy world using your plushies and your pets as the units of your forces as you try to engage in a mock game of Thrones for neighborhood superiority. So what happens when 2 kids both insist the toy is theirs, gets destroyed, or mom and dad say, you're not playing with the dog anymore if you guys are fighting. So, no matter what, they lose access to the card. The goal of the game is to acquire as many victory points as possible. You do so with buttons through commerce, and with thrones and treasures through combat, and also by living up to your champion's hidden ideals. Every player has 2 champions at the beginning of the game and gets to commit to them later on during the game, getting powerful abilities once they do. So that's what makes Button Kingdoms different from every other deck builder out there. It is the furthest thing possible from multiplayer solitaire that a deck builder will ever be, and it is also the only deck builder where you will have 4 players and you will not have a minute of downtime.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sam.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Next, I talked with Ty McDonald, creator of The Last Command.
So this is a dual deck building game about 2 starships in a broadside battle. Basically, you're managing a capital ship, and you're doing that through 2 different decks of cards. One deck right here is your system deck. It's basically upgrades for your capital ship. So it includes like tactical, comms, and engineering cards, and you have a module for each one of those cards. The difference between the two is that system cards have to be played in their system, and they have to be able to consume power from that system's power gauge. So usually the first thing people want to know, is it tough to get power, or if you're like me, you're praying to God at the end of a turn in a deck builder that you get 2 cards with a matching synergy. Part of the reason for the split decks is to make it easier for you to make combos happen or to get that power. So for as an example, you see how like right here, if we drew this card, we don't currently have enough power for it in the system. It's not a big deal though, because cards are drawn one at a time from either deck, and you could just draw from this deck next, which is your crew deck. Crew can go anywhere on your ship, but they always provide power to the system that you play them in. So that's one example of the relationship between the 2 sets of cards. The even bigger one is that at the end of your turn, unlike in most deck builders where generally speaking cards leave play, generally speaking these cards are going to stay in play from turn to turn. So what that means is at the end of our turn, each of these systems is going to fire off and give us this bottom row of bonuses here if we have crew with a matching synergy in the system. So you see how we have an engineer here, we have a tactician. Every turn we kept this here or even added to it, we would keep getting those bonuses. So it's kind of more like you're building 3 little mini game engines and you're trying to get your ship to work together as efficiently as possible. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah.
Finally, I caught up with Matthew of Maka Games, creator of License to Krill.
Hey, this is Hunter with the Board Game Society here with one of our past creators, Matt, creator of License to Krill. I'm sure many of our past subscribers recognize this little guy and have been terrorized by him and their friends in the past. How's it been going, Matt?
Great. Having a great time at GenCon.
Awesome. Glad to hear it. So we're following up with some past Board Game Society creators, and your game was a big hit. You're in the running for Game of the Year. Yes. People are going to be voting on that. By the time this video gets out, voting will be closed, and it will be on to the subscribers to pick the final game. But, like I said, you're in the running for it.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I understand you got something new coming out, so tell me about that.
Yeah, so this is Ink Tensions. It's a game of bluffing of octopuses under the water.
Okay.
I have a quick little demo here. That'll show
Absolutely.
You in just a couple seconds. Octopuses like to hunt for food, but they do it in a very deceptive way.
Okay.
And then red knows what this card is. Blue plays this card. We as the red player don't know what this card is. Then we build these little chains. We resolve it. We know what that one is. I'm hunting for the lobster. Set collecting, more is better. But then he's hunting not for the lobster. It turns out, oh, that's the bluff. He's hunting for us. He would actually eat us and we would get nothing.
Ah.
And it's one of those games where you're trying to get in the minds of the other player, right? Then you play a card like Punch, and I can actually relocate him into a different pile. Also, hilariously, if blue was already there, his sharks might eat himself later on during resolution.
Awesome.
So it's a card of, did you think that I would think that? Because we know what he's collecting and we know what additional feature, what kind of power he wants. So it's a quick little bluffing game. My kids really liked it because they were into things like Sheriff of Nottingham and games where they get that real dopamine hit. We're like, aha, gotcha.
Excellent. All right, well, it's good catching up with you. Wish you much success in the future. And when does this go to Kickstarter, or are you just launching directly?
It's on Kickstarter.
It's on Kickstarter
and
now?
it's in backer, late pledge right now.
Late pledge right now? Okay, we'll make sure we link in the
Hopefully
description.
by the end of the year.
Gotcha, we'll make sure we get that linked in the description for you. All right, thank you, Matt.
Thank you so much.
As always, thanks for watching with us, and we will try to bring more content like this in the future. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel. Bye!